Hey guys, Sonyx here. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Today we're going to be doing an heirloom tier list for Apex Legends Season 28. This is going to be a fun one because I haven't done one of these yet. So let's go ahead and get started. So first we have the Wraith's Kunai. So I think the original one is always going to be a, kind of OG. Honestly, A tier. I mean, that's Wraith's OG. I feel like if people think heirloom, back in 2020, even now, people think, okay, A tier. That's what started the whole trend of I want an heirloom kind of thing. So I think A tier for Wraith's original. The next, actually, while we're here, let's do Wraith's recolor. I think that's S tier easily. That thing looks insane. I feel like the kind of fiery aspect to it just adds a little bit more flair. Of course, nothing beats the OG, guys. Come on. But I think it adds a little bit more character for sure. So not bad. I'll keep that at A tier. We swapped the OG Wraith Kunai to S tier for sure. Bloodhounds Ultimate. Not Ultimate. Bloodhounds. Sorry, I just finished making my Bloodhound guide, so that's the reason why I said that. We have Bloodhound's Heirloom here. I think Bloodhound's Heirloom, it looks great, but I think it isn't as flashy, as cool as the other heirlooms for sure. I mean, it exists, and it kind of adds to the lore of Bloodhound, but it's not. There's nothing about it that screams too crazy. So I would keep that at B tier. Honestly, it's still a really cool looking heirloom for sure. But actually, on that note, let's do the recolor here. Yeah, that goes to E tier. That kind of looks like a Fortnite version of the original Bloodhound. I don't know. It just looks. I've seen it, but the inspects for it, and it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but it just something doesn't feel right about it. It's a little too light blue. Like I said, like very like a candy Fortnite version. I don't know. So I think or E, not F tier, but E tier kind of sits that for me. The Lifeline Sticks. Okay, so I think these ones for like a two-handed heirloom, honestly, I think this one can go comfortably A tier because you can spin these ones. I really like that you can spin these heirlooms. So I mean, it's Lifeline's OG heirloom. Like nothing can, you really can't go wrong with those. And it kind of encapsulates Lifeline's kind of upbeat energy. So I think A tier is very comfortable for those Lifeline Sticks. Pathy Gloves. Those are OG, guys. We have to put it up there. Nothing can really beat the OG gloves. Especially with the cool little animations with the boxing thing. So I think S tier for the original, and then the actual kind of recolor. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put those down to A tier. I mean, they're not as great as the OGs, but I like that they have like kind of black gloves for sure. Adds a little bit more character to them. So not bad. I'll keep that at A tier. We have the Octane Heirloom. Okay. I think that one, the original one, honestly, B tier. Because it's a great heirloom, don't get me wrong, but the new recolor for the Octane Heirloom has way cooler, has so many cooler, I don't know, inspects for it. And I think it has one where you can like be in the air and you take a photo of yourself, like a selfie. I don't know. I forgot exactly. I think it's that one. It's the new one. I'm not sure. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think that's the one. And I don't know. There's something about the new heirloom that just screams very powerful. So it matches the new kind of OP Octane that exists now. So I'm gonna go with a recolor as S tier for sure. Now we have the Mirage. Okay, this is a meme. This is definitely a meme one, and it fits Mirage's personality. But I would definitely hate it if I got the Mirage heirloom. It's not really flary. It's not really meant to look cool. It's just the most kind of idolized Mirage. So not a big fan of it. So I'm gonna keep it at F tier for me. But the Mirage mains here. I know who, for those of you who are here watching this, I know you're gonna flame me in the comments, but for me personally, I'm not really a big fan of of the Mirage heirloom. Caustic's heirloom. I think this one is easily. It's a two-handed heirloom. So two-handed heirlooms are always going to be a little bit lower for me. So I like being able to just have something that's, except there's one here that's going to be the exception to the rule. Yeah, they're not. This one's cool for sure. I mean, it has some cool animations with the gas, but I think, yeah, it's, I mean, a B tier, solid B tier for me. Kind of works. Oh, we have Gibby's heirloom here. I think this one's a solid C tier. You know, it's great. So now here's what I'm gonna do. I see. I'm gonna swap Bloodhound's heirloom and Gibby. No, I'm not sure. This is a toughie. I think Bloodhound's original heirloom, yeah, is still a B tier, but I think it's hard. I think, yeah, the Gibby heirloom is still a solid B tier. You know, it looks cool. I think it's called the Warhammer, right? Yeah, it looks like a great heirloom for sure. It has nice like kind of lighting animations, but it's not anything too crazy for sure. Like it's just a cool heirloom that matches Gibby's vibe. So B tier, even though Gibby in itself as a legend is definitely not up to this level if you watch my legend tier list. Now we have the Bang heirloom. I think the Bang heirloom is great, you know, but it's not the best heirloom for sure. This one, I think Cold Steel has the new variant version of this is beautiful. I'm gonna put that to A tier. The original, it's okay. It's not the best, but I think that the recolor for sure has a little bit more flair, a little bit more spice. So I enjoy that a lot more. The Revenant heirloom, the sight. Oh my gosh, this one is sick. This is gonna go straight to the S tier. This thing is beautiful. I mean, I think it has a lot of Loba stuff in it. So like, oh wait, I think there's two of them, huh? A recolor too. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the original at S tier, and the kind of recolor, I'm gonna go ahead and put that, you know, to A tier. I think the original has those kind of like Loba animations, which is really cool because it shows kind of the lore. And I love like the heirlooms that kind of represent a little bit of the lore, the story behind the legends for sure. And I think, I don't know, I just really like that that Respawn kind of thought about that. And it would be really nice on that note to kind of see more of the lore kind of come back to Apex, you know, like the stories of the Outlands and everything like that. So that's kind of my cry for help. Hopefully we'll be able to get some of that soon. Rampart heirloom, honestly, sorry, I'm just gonna put that with the Mirage. Not a big fan of the wrench, but that does connect to the lore, like we just said, you know, Rampart, the mechanic. But I don't know, I'm not a big fan of it. Matches Rampart's personality for sure, just not for me. Now we have the Walmart scanner here. I think that heirloom sits at a solid D tier, right? That's the Watson heirloom. It's okay, but it's nothing too flashy for sure. And like many people joke, it's a little scanner while you're in the grocery store. So not bad, not too great either. So Crypto heirloom. Okay, so let's go ahead and tackle both the original and the recolor. I think it looks cool as a sword, but it's nothing that's like that screams like, oh, this is the heirloom I want to get, you know? I think the recolor is just the same. Like it kind of falls to the same list. Where it's just the heirloom for that legend. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes these don't need explanations. Like you can just feel like, oh yeah, I mean, it looks like a cool heirloom, but I don't think I'll probably get that one. Okay, we have the Valkyrie heirloom. Guys, Valkyrie is my main, right? So obviously where am I gonna put this? I'm just kidding. If you have it, hopefully you didn't click away from that. Honestly, guys, I'm not a fan of the Valkyrie heirloom. I've been playing Valkyrie for a long time. I have like 20,000 something kills on Valkyrie. The only legend I really play all the time consistently. And for some reason, I just cannot get behind this heirloom. I like the cool animations to like the ramen and all that stuff. But still, I don't know why it's so bulky to use this. And for me, for Valkyrie, when she's flying around, like even though her name is Valkyrie, like, and I get the whole like, you know, spear thing, it still doesn't. I don't know. It would have been nicer to see Valkyrie with kind of like a smaller heirloom, kind of related to the actual Titanfall lore. But not bad. I mean, I'll keep it a C tier because, you know, Valk is the OG. So the Loba heirloom. Okay, this one is sick. Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and put this to A tier. I want to put it S tier. This thing is beautiful, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and put the yeah, I wasn't feeling this one too much, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this as C tier, but I'm gonna keep that one at S tier. That one is such a sick heirloom. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like if I ever get shards, this would probably be like top 3 for sure to get. The Seer heirloom. Okay, so this one, I'm trying to think. So this one is probably just gonna be at E tier. It looks great, but there's really nothing. I don't know. It's like I said, two-handed heirlooms are like kind of strange because it's you have to do more with the animations for them to kind of look great. And they did some cool animations for this, but it didn't really compel me to think like, oh my gosh, this is the heirloom to get. So I think that goes to E tier. And now we have the Ash heirloom. So I'm gonna put that to F tier. This looks funny. The nunchucks thing, little spikes at the end. It almost looks like jerry rigging an heirloom. Like you just look like it was like DIY'd or something. Like it does not look real. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of those for sure. I've seen players use it, and I just kind of like inside, I'm just like, oh well, use the shards for that, huh? Hey, no hate if you like those heirlooms, right, guys? This is all personal preference. You know, you might disagree, you might agree. So, you know, we're all here to have fun and make our own opinion on things for sure. We have the Horizon heirloom. Honestly, this is going to be a solid E tier for me because I was thinking that Horizon was going to get a gravity related thing, which I know at the end, like technically it's supposed to be like a gravity mace thing, but I don't know. It doesn't match Horizon's actual vibe. You know, like I was thinking something like because Horizon's backstory is like as a scientist, right? So this one doesn't really match. This is trying to make Horizon out to be someone that's very strong-headed and trying to kind of conquer things, and I'm not a really big fan of that. And it just looks it doesn't look like so like it, you know, smooth to be able to run this thing. So not a huge fan of that. Okay, we have the Fuse heirloom. Honestly, this one I'm gonna have to go with this one for C tier for sure. I tried this out in the range recently, and it's awesome. The cool little guitar riffs that you can do. I think it has its place, you know, especially with all the references to Bloodhound. But I'm not a huge fan of, like I said, double-handed heirlooms for sure. This one clutters up your screen a lot. Like you might not, there's some stuff that you're not able to see, and it might be pay to lose to use this one. It's such a big heirloom, so not a bad one for sure though. I'm gonna keep it a solid C tier. Bloodhound. Okay, now we got some of the skins. Okay, so we have the Bloodhound heirloom prestige skin. I think this one, I like this one to sit at a solid. Honestly, this one's at a solid D tier. It looks great, but even Bloodhound's like legendary skins look better than that. I'm gonna be frank with you. And Bangalore's as well. Actually, Bangalore's might be the worst. Like, it looked. I think the Bang was the first. I think that was the first prestige skin. So they were experimenting. All right. So these are gonna be naturally lower, but yeah. That does not look like a prestige skin at all for Bangalore. I'm going to be real with you. Bangalore has some more insane legendary skins. The Wraith. Okay, the Wraith one, we're starting to come up. I think the Wraith one is going to go to D tier. It doesn't look that cool because it doesn't have any void essence to it. You know, like the way that Wraith is. But I think it's you know, it adds a little bit of flair. You know, with the gold. The hair, and then being able to kind of get the 3 different tiers. I think one of the other tiers look better than all of them for sure. I forgot which one, but I think this one, it's not a bad prestige skin. Okay, now we got Caustic. That one's easily A tier because that one has that cool little face on it with a little skull. That adds a little bit more character, especially since if you listen to some of Caustic's voice lines, he has, you know, he always talks about death, and he always talks about kind of I know kind of talking about like the experiments and stuff. You could see this one as part of his character, part of his lore. So I really like, and it just looks sick. I mean, hey, you can't argue with a skull on the as a hologram on the face, right? Valkyrie Prestige, honestly, this is when the subjectivity comes in. This one's sick. I don't even like the last version of this thing. I like the fact that this one comes with the finisher, and it also gets the skydive trail. And actually, the first tier for this looks better than everything else with the mask, and you can still see Valkyrie's eyes. That thing is freaking phenomenal. I'm gonna keep that one at S tier for sure. The Loba Prestige, I think that one like is a solid B tier because it does hide. You know, I think the final level hides her face a lot, which kind of is cool because I mean it's not bad because it matches like her heirloom here at S tier. But I think I don't know. It just does not look like the best heirloom skin to me. You know, the prestige skins, it's supposed to shout something very powerful, and this one just didn't do it for me. The Revenant one, though, oh my gosh, this one's a solid A tier for me because the Revenant one, I think, matches his kind of. I don't know. He has a scythe here. He kind of looks like the Grim Reaper now, and it gives me that vibe for sure. Like he's like a king, like the king of like evil or something. I don't know. I really like this one for sure because it gives me like Revenant is kind of conquering like an area, like kind of like in Apex, like when you play, like he's claiming this territory for sure. Like this is his place. Like get ready to get 1v3'd, you know. But yeah, not bad for sure. We have Octane Prestige skin. That one's sick. I have seen the animations for this thing, and it looks so cool. You could spin. I don't know. The finisher for this is absolutely crazy too. Like it makes Octane like like a speed demon. So it captures his essence, which I agree. I'm gonna go ahead and put that to A tier. Lifeline. This one honestly looks like a solid E tier for me because it looks like a caustic heirloom almost. Like I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like Lifeline's wearing a caustic mask. Like this looks like Lifeline's cosplaying as original caustic skin. It's strange. I'm not a fan of it. We have Pathy's prestige skin. I'm gonna put that in D tier because it makes Pathy. Guys, Pathy has a huge hitbox, right? This thing makes him more bulky. Like it doesn't give him any type of I don't know. It's not, well, heirloom skins in general aren't supposed to give you any type of advantage or disadvantage, but this just makes him look way chunkier than he should be. And he has some other skins that are legendary that just look way better than this kind of like purpley glow thing. Alter prestige skin, honestly, solid C tier. It's not bad. Just has a lot of crowns and kind of spikes. Very, very like moon based type of prestige skin, very, very thematic, but nothing that I would run on a, you know, on a daily basis for sure. Honestly, I could argue that's a B tier one. It's not bad. The Mirage one, sorry, I'm gonna put you next to your heirloom down here, man. I don't know what Respawn's doing with Mirage, honestly, but this one, I just in his underwear and with a statue heirloom, I'm sorry guys, like I don't know if they're trolling with Mirage characters or maybe that's just who his personality is, but I don't know, it's just very strange to me. This is the weirdest heirloom prestige skin I've ever seen. Like the man's is wearing one piece of clothing and it's just, yeah, I have no words. Like compared to some of these sick ones, can you imagine like Valkyrie's prestige skin or even Caustic? This guy is, yeah, no words for that. Watson prestige skin, I think that one it looks great. Just not my taste. Honestly, D tier. Next to your heirloom over there. We have, okay, now we have a Mad Maggie's. This one's a solid C tier because it looks like a pretty average legendary skin, just a little bit stronger. So it doesn't even really look like a prestige skin, but it looks like, yeah, so I'm gonna keep that at a solid D tier because it looks just like a legendary skin. It doesn't really look like a prestige skin. So Not too bad. I think Horizon sits at a solid B tier for sure. No, solid C tier. It's hard. B tier. I like this one because it adds more like kind of the gravity, the thing that we actually wanted. It adds that now here. So I really like how kind of this one kind of leads into that kind of scientist, Horizon, like spacey theme thing. So I'm gonna keep that there. Now we have the actual universal and the weapon heirlooms. So let's see what we got. The Buster Sword. This thing is so heavy, man. I'm gonna keep that at C. It looks so hard to be able to use this thing. So it's not a bad heirloom for sure, but it just is so bulky, and it kind of reminds me of the fact that you used to be able to melee with a Buster Sword, but it's not. You can't do that anymore. So you kind of like lost its like power. It's kind of original feel. It's the original tempo. It's kind of gone. So I'm gonna keep that as C tier. It's very bulky though. This is the same thing with the which one was it? Fuse heirloom with the guitar. Same thing. These things are really bulky, and it can kind of obscure your vision. The guitar heirloom, this one's not bad. I think this one sits at a solid. I would say this is a solid B tier because this is like the first universal that like really captured a lot of people's attention, and you can get different colors of this. It's a rather particularly, you know, large heirloom for sure, but it's not too big that it obscures your vision like like these two right here. So it's a strong heirloom for sure, and I really like. Actually, this was my original heirloom that I used prior to getting the ones I have now. And I really enjoyed using this for quite some time. So not a bad heirloom. I like that. Serpent Sting, I think this one is. So I think this one is. I've seen some of the animations for this, and honestly, it looks great. It just doesn't match like, I don't know. It's a strange one for sure. I'm not a big fan of it. Not that it's bulky, which it is, but it's very niche, very unique. That I'm not really a fan of, like that kind of the shape as well. Like I don't even know what it's trying to kind of represent, but yeah, I'm not really a fan of that one. Ooh, we got the Gambit. So this one is. Apologize if I'm butchering the names, guys. I'm completely going off memory. I don't have a list next to me about what the heirlooms are. But I think I'm glad I know like a lot of these. Thankfully, that's how much I know life. I think we all kind of know life this game, right? We all know. I think the Gambit sits at a solid A tier. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that up there because it's the kind of heirloom like that's like it captures the essence of what the original Wraith heirloom, you know, is the kunai, but it's not the kunai. It's its own kind of knife, which is cool. Like I notice it like it kind of gravitates like to the higher up you go, the more single-handed ones you get. Sometimes you'll get the double-handed ones, but it just looks so sleek. Like that heirloom is sick. I love it. We got the sword. I'm gonna go ahead and put you next to the other Buster Sword. That one is not bad. I mean, it's cool, but it's just not my thing. This one, I think this one has the fireworks. Yeah, this next one has the new fireworks thing. I've seen my friend actually use this in fights to kind of get attention from people. So that's actually very unique. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that B tier. That's not bad at all. Then we have the baseball bat. That one is very. I mean, it's very mid. I'm gonna put that to kind of D tier. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too flashy. It's just a baseball bat. Okay, this one, guys. I'm gonna save the best for last. You know what? We have the R3. I think the R3 looks great. Nothing too crazy for sure, but it's nothing that I would say like is like, oh, I would actually choose a legendary skin over the actual reactive R3. Yeah, there's something about it that kind of screams like, oh, I need the R3 skin for sure. Oh yeah, this one. This is the flatline one. It's okay. I mean, it's nothing. It's not bad. I'm gonna sit that at a solid C tier. This is I think this is the one that has the explosive, the road rage thing, right? It's not bad. I mean, it has explosive effects to it that gives it a little bit of a flair, but it's nothing too crazy. The R9 Birds of Prey. I remember this is This is the one that is very difficult to use. I mean, it's very difficult to use because it's not like the pay to win iron sights. And that's a big thing with R9 skins. Like, it has to have some decent iron sights because, you know, if you're running this in game, you do not want pay to lose skins, especially if this is a prestige skin. So I wish this would have had the kind of nice iron sights. This would easily go to S tier, but the fact that it kind of clutters your screen a little bit, like the Buster Sword and then the Fuse is, it kind of falls to this category. Like, it's very, very bulky, but it has cool like little Valk effects, which I did like when they had that during wildcard back then. But yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, last but not least, the dual katanas. This is easily an S tier. Actually, if we could put this in the very front, pretend that this is double S tier. Okay, guys, the very left hand side. Very beautiful heirloom, that one. Like, they're, I don't know, I have no words. That all I have actually, when I got shards, I ended up buying all 4 of the recolors for this because like the dual katanas is just such a beautiful heirloom that, I don't know, like, I even prefer it. I prefer running this over the Valkyrie spear, even though I already have the Valkyrie spear just for Valkyrie. I'm just gonna run universals on Valkyrie even because, like, it's just that good of an heirloom. So I like this list. I'm kind of scrolling back to see, you know, yeah, I was right. It's kind of like the single-handed heirlooms kind of sit up top, and then the double-handed slash weird heirlooms kind of sit to the bottom. So yeah, I will take this list. Let me know if you guys kind of agree with certain things here, or if you don't agree with certain parts here. You know, do let me know your thoughts. But yeah, I'm super excited to see what you guys think. But don't click away yet. You know, I did make a weapons tier list as well as a legends tier list for season 28. So if that's something you're interested in, click on these videos here, and that kind of helps you get a frame of mind of what the meta is this season. You know, it's shifting to a little bit of a kind of closer range. We're getting a little bit more controller legends, so it is kind of strange to see that balance. So, you know, do let me know if you guys, you know, what your thoughts are on those videos, and, you know, in the comment section as well. So click on those videos. I will see you there. Have a great day.